So guys, for Joy 777, you're going to need to save 50 coins and you go up 2% each. On that 50th coin, you'll be guaranteed a 777. Spin 10 or 1, I don't know, some say one's better than the other. But basically, if you add these up each week, you can get it every other week if you're someone who spends $1. So if you spend $1 on one set of coins, you're set to get 48, and you'll just need to buy one set of Joy coins every 2 weeks. But how I hit the 180 for the questing is I like to buy Lucky Wheel. Now for the Lucky Wheel, I thought I had to save 300 coins, but when you spin 9, you actually spin 10, and it will count for 10 up here. But I did the math, and basically it's pretty easy. For 10 coins, you get 2 Dara, and at 50, you get 5. So are you going to really want those 2 frags? It might be better off to just roll 10, and then the next time it shows up, roll 10, and the next time it shows up, roll 10. And if every time you do that, you get 2 frags, 5 sets of 10 later, that's 10 Dara frags, not 5, so it's less cost effective. Imagine if you saved all the way to 300 just for 20. That doesn't make sense. If you added up the 10 all the way to there, so 10 to 300 is times 30, 2 times 30, that's 60 frags. Is this 60 frags? No. So I guess that's just for the big spenders. That's it. That's how Lucky 77 and Lucky Wheel line up. I thought you'd have to save for large rewards. I checked, did the math. It's pointless. So there you have it. It's completely unlucky. Didn't even hit Dara once, but I got 2 of her frags off of 10. Again, 9 gets you 10. So I thought, as you can see, it did go up 10, 13. So I thought I would have to save to 45 to 50. Maybe that was more cost effective. It's not 10 frags. Nope. So as you can see, got it. I'll just save these coins for the next time. That'll just save me diamonds basically. But each time you'll just buy 10 coins, each set that it pops up, and then just use your 3 free spins. And that's the free way to ensure that you're going to get 2 Dara frags every time this event pops up. So during the Diamond Expert, when Scorched Earth Mine is available, you can buy diamonds or buy the bombs with diamonds and also get bombs from daily quests. If you spend 10,000, let's say, you get 100 bombs, and you can easily clear to the first reward and get that 10,000 back with Gear Refiner. And you're also getting these rewards per floor, so it's pretty cost effective. Somewhere around here it gets very expensive. It's now 12 a pop, so it's up to you how much you got, but that's the most cost effective way. You could get bolts. That's pretty good. You know, instead of spending 10,000 in the diamond shop, you can come over here to the Scorched Earth Mine. Something that I'm also saving are the distress signals. You need 300 of them, and that's the event where you have to face a bunch of level 7 layers because it's random out of the envelopes you get whether or not you get a distress signal. So that's the other one. You got to save 300 for that. It's going to take a long time, and that's for those Iron Claw frags. And that's pretty much it with events that are reoccurring over long periods of time that you need to save for, besides these holiday events. And they vary in what they are, but pretty much the same concept. Like, this is kind of like fighting the rats, but we're fighting these fighters, or there's all sorts of other things. The only thing I wanted to say, and why I'm even including this, is try to remember to use it before the shop expires. If you tap up top, it'll say what it gets converted to, or whether or not it is saved for the next event. I already mentioned those events. If anyone new ones pop up, when you hit the exclamation point, it'll say like it won't be converted. You could save it until the next event. If it says this, that means it expires, and that's usually holiday events. So don't forget to do that, and then also just pay attention to the cost effectiveness What I mean is when you go into the shop, you could see that if you want this and the tags that you're getting as the reward, it's usually requires a big spender or a full day of grinding, and maybe you had a bunch of stamina saved by chance and you got lucky enough to where you could get this much. But typically from start to finish without anything prior saved, you're gonna have to spend more than $100 to finish and get whatever the unique reward is. Usually here I will get promoter or the hero skin frags. Now the hero skin frags are missing, so that's the other important thing, is get the rare items you can't get otherwise. It's really going to be gear promoter, the hero skin frags. I like nano weapon promoter, or of course there's marks of glory as well, or other promoters that you need. I think that's why these are here. They're a good reward during the holiday events if you know you can't get the highest reward, which is typically a hero skin frag or a sanctuary skin or a march, something like that. So unless I miss something, guys, let me know. I'll add it in. But that's pretty much it as far as rare items over the long term, what you're going to want to save and the tricks to get the best rewards out of those events. You know, if you're not a big spender and you're not someone that just buys it up, that's how you're going to be the most cost effective with them. And just a quick recap, putting it all together from all the videos, really the simplest way to put it is you can use your Nova XP. It's right here when it is there, and you can use your Commander XP. It's up top here. Otherwise, all the other items, you're going to want to save it. I can't think of anything else that you can use right away. The only thing you can use are the Nova XP, Commander XP. Everything else pretty much has a purpose. Maybe Marks of Glory, that doesn't count towards Might, but the Gear Refiner, when you use that, it does count towards Might Day. The promotional and enhanced materials, use that on Might Day. That's tough. Those are like the hardest things to wait on. Otherwise, wait. Everything else has an event for it. It all flows together in that 2-week schedule. Each item has its own day to get extra points on, and then you wait 2 weeks for the most part. The gathering is gathering, that's whatever, but nano weapons, those boxes and everything, and saving up part material, you'll use every 2 weeks. Wait for it to come back around. Building and research, you'll do most of it on Tuesday of Ace Commander. The bolts and the cans, you'll save most of those for Wednesday. Training a bunch of troops, you'll do that on Thursday. Again, wait 2 weeks, and again, wait 2 weeks. I can say this after everything. Cubes, use that on Thursday, and then wait 2 weeks. The only thing that might happen from Thursday through Saturday is you'll double dip or go for Leah frags doing break loose, and that's the only other time you won't be waiting 2 weeks. Putting it all together, you could add to your score. I find the most points are made Tuesday, Thursday. The hardest patience in the game on that Friday is using all your promo, enhance, and gear refiner, putting it into your materials on that day to raise might. This adds a ton of points. All right, and that's it for Ace Commander. And you'll notice none of that overlaps with the next week. That's why you wait 2 weeks. You're now going to use all your hero frags on Monday. You're going to use a bunch of speed ups, Marks of Glory, and tons of diamonds on Gear Refiner. That's like an advanced level 1. You don't have to do that because you could wait for the diamonds on the weekend. But also, the toughest day is using speed ups. You used all of them on Ace Commander, right? So you can pretty much skip this Tuesday, and that might be the only day out of all these 14 days where you're not going to be able to do anything. But if you go 2 weeks at a time, you're only getting gear on Wednesday, then you're only opening I like to open my layer boxes, use my Nova crystals, and save my boxes that I'm going to need to get module. I use those mostly on gear and chips. And if I open layer boxes, use a lot of Nova crystals, it's a way to conserve your material boxes and use them elsewhere for the other events. and then you'll get chips on Friday. And then, like I said, maybe skip that Tuesday. Don't burn all your diamonds on Gear Refiner and use them on Saturday, Sunday, and then repeat. It's super easy to then just start all over again because this whole 2 week period of time, you didn't use your nano weapons. And then you're starting back on that Monday, etc., etc. Get familiar with the break loose events. That way, when Thursday comes along, you don't just open all your cube boxes. You know that there's kind of like an overlap on some of these. It's chip cube, it's Nova Marks of Glory, it's gear module. You'll notice none of those ever overlap. The Stamina EP does, the Use Diamonds does, Get Nano Weapons does, Hero Frag, Upping Your Might. That's why I listed these first. Those are like the easiest to understand. These here are the overlapping ones. And then these Troop Might is super easy to do, I should say. And only the last three are hard. These last three, as you know, using speed ups just straight up and trying to get building and research might is really tough to do. So that's the trick for the 2 week schedule. This is how you're going to feel more comfortable using your boxes. Hopefully you could have patience because it will all flow together pretty easily if you get it memorized.